Hi everyone, today I am here to bring you a full body tower or springboard workout. As far as equipment goes for this workout, you will need your mat, you will need your box from your reformer, and as far as springs go, we'll be using our rollback bar on 2 short yellow springs, we'll be using our handles also on 2 short yellow springs, and we'll be using our loops on 2 long purple springs. As always during this workout, please feel free to modify as necessary, really make this workout your own. I think this is going to be a really creative, wonderful flow. I'm excited for it. I hope you are too. When you're ready, get your equipment because this workout starts now. Alright guys, so I'm all set up. I've placed my mat down. I've placed my long box on the mat about halfway down the mat. You can adjust this a little bit back and forward depending on how much spring tension you'd like. And I've got my rollback bar placed on my highest setting. So this is pretty far above head height. I'm on number 11 on my springboard. I'm on my short yellow springs. We're going to start seated on the front edge of the box. So come on down with me. You want your tailbone fairly close to the front edge so you have as much of the box back behind you as possible, and then let's grab onto our bar. I like to hold my bar nice and wide. I'm just lining myself up so my heels are underneath my knees. I'm depressing my shoulders down my back a little bit and really pressing down on the rollback bar with my pinkies. From here, we're just going to do a gentle roll down. So inhale, get nice and long through the spine, and then exhale, tailbone tucks under towards the backs of the knees as we peel the spine back all the way down. Beautiful. Finding length through the crown of the head. Take a breath, inhale here, and then exhale, let's slowly roll the spine back up. Good. So we'll take 3 more rollbacks just like that. Every time trying to increase the flexibility of the spine, finding any sticky points in the back, and just taking your time through those spots. Last 2 here, marrying your breath to your movement, exhaling on the way down. Inhaling at the base, exhaling on the way up. Let's do 1 more here. Beautiful. So we're going to roll down 1 more time and stay there. So let's roll all the way back. And then roll up just a little bit into forward flexion and bring your left knee into a tabletop position. From here, you're going to extend that left leg long and then bring that knee underneath the bar as you curl up just a little bit through the torso. Lower down to your shoulder blades, lift up to your sacrum. Lower down to your shoulder blades, lift up to your sacrum. That's it. Resisting those springs from pulling you higher. Let's do 4 more here. And 3, almost feel like that left knee is floating towards the ceiling as it pulls in. Last 2. And last 1. Keep that knee in tabletop, roll the spine all the way up. And roll the spine all the way down. Place that foot back down, bring your other knee into tabletop, and here we go again. Lift, and then extend the leg long and low. Lift the torso, and reach. That's it. Let's do 4 more here. And 3. And 1 more time. Good. Leave that knee in tabletop. Let's roll the spine up. From here, you can place that foot down. Let's move our right hand to the center of the bar. Left hand behind the base of the skull. Make sure your weight is even between the sit bones. Take a breath, inhale, get tall here. Exhale, roll the spine back. Keeping those shoulders equally weighted as you come all the way back down, and then roll the spine all the way back up. We'll just do 2 more here, rolling it down, staying as even as possible through the pelvis. rolling down the center of the spine. And on this last one, we're going to roll down, stay down, and then just come up into a little bit of forward flexion. Again, the left knee is going to lift. This time you're going to open your chest out to the left-hand side, lengthening that elbow back behind you, and we curl up and down just a little bit here. Again, resisting those springs. That's it. Last 4 and 3. Letting the head rest heavy in the hand here. Last 2 and last 1. Good. Adding on. Extend the leg. Beautiful. As you curl the head, neck, and chest up that little bit, lift your long leg up towards the bar and lower. You can also do this with a knee bend and an extend, just like we did before. I'm going to stay with the long leg though. Good. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Let's do 4 and 3. Lengthening those toes across the room. The last 2 and 1 more. Very nice job. Turn back center, bend the knee. You can bring both hands on just to assist yourself all the way up to seated. We'll switch to the other side. So left hand to the center of the bar, right hand behind the head. Make sure you've got a nice grip on that bar here. Shoulders are square. Roll the spine back. And roll the spine up. It's challenging to get both shoulders to land at the same time, but do your best. On this last one, we'll stay back. Curl up into forward flexion, bring your right knee into tabletop, and open your chest out to the right. From here, we lower down and we lift up. Inhaling and exhaling. Check in with your standing foot. Make sure that the big toe and pinky toe side of that foot are equally weighted on your mat. Last 3, 2, and 1 more. Now you have that option. Extend and bend the knee, or lift and lower your long leg. Try to do the same thing you did on the other side. Let's do 4 more here. The last 2 and 1 more. Come back center, bend that knee. Both hands can go on the bar. Assist yourself all the way up. Very nice job. From here, separate your hands again. I'm going very wide on the bar. We're going to roll back. And then once your sacrum and low back are attached to the mat or to the box, let's take our knees up and over the top of the bar. Good. We are going to hold on with our hands here. The bar is just going to lift us forward a little bit, and I want to start our 100. So press the bar away from the thighs. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. Nice strong breaths. Halfway there. Make sure your wrists are nice and long. Two more. See if you can curl up just that last little bit higher. Last time. Inhale. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very nice job. Slip your feet out from under there and come up to seated. Very nice. So now let's leave that bar where it is. I'm going to move my box out of my way just for a little bit. And then we'll face in towards our tower. You can keep your bar attached just as it is. Bring your hands nice and wide. Heels together, toes apart on your mat. And here is where you can choose how far away you are from your springs. The further away you are, the more intense the work. Take a breath, inhale here. Exhale, press the bar down towards your thighs. And then resist it coming away from the body. Exhale. Inhale. My feet are in Pilates V. I'm squeezing my inner thighs. Trying to keep my front ribs drawing down to my hips. And 4 more here. And 3 big exhales. Last 2. And 1 more time. Very nice job. From here, lift the heels up, and let's do little half range pulses. Down and up, down and up. Finding that balance. For 8, 7, 6, waking up the underside of the arms and the back. 3, 2, and 1. Very nice job. Lower the heels down. Come to parallel with the feet. I'm taking a slight bit of a step in for our roll down. Take a breath, inhale here. Exhale, press the fist down towards the floor. Round the spine forward. Good. Take a breath, inhale at the bottom, and then exhale, roll the spine up, tailbone towards the heels, one vertebra at a time. Take your time to rise. Stack the ears right over the shoulders. Inhale here, exhale, roll the spine down. And roll it back up. And one more time. Inhale here, exhale, roll the spine down. And roll the spine up. Beautiful job. Take an underhand grip on your bar. I'm taking a slightly narrower grip now. I'm taking a bit of a step back. From here, I'm going to bring my right leg back behind me, tip the upper body over a little bit, and pull the elbows towards my ribs. Good. Now we're just lowering and lifting our back leg a bit. Inhale down and exhale lift. I have my box back there, and it's kind of limiting my range of motion, which is fine, but if you'd prefer, you could move your box away from you. Good, now hips are square to the floor. My standing knee is nice and bent. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Now listen, you're going to draw your knee into your chest, rounding your spine, pulling your elbows towards the ribs just a little bit more, and then extend the arms forward as your right leg shoots back behind you. Pull and round. Extend and lengthen. Pull and round. Extend and lengthen. Let's do 2 more here. And one more time. Very nice job. Stand all the way up. Keep those arms exactly the same. We'll just do the same on the other side. From here, tip the body over a little bit. Pull the elbows in towards the ribs. Extend your left leg back behind you. Square your pelvis off to the mat. Standing leg is slightly bent. And then we lower and lift the back leg. Good. Pulling the low belly up and in towards the spine. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and last time. Good. Extend the arms away. Pull the elbows in towards you as you round the spine and pull the knee in towards the bar. Extend the leg, extend the arms, extend the spine. Around and lengthen. Around and lengthen. Let's do 3 more like this. And 2. And last time. Beautiful. Stand all the way up. Place that bar down for a moment. I'm going to adjust my box now so it's a little bit closer to me. What we're going to do is some squats, and I'd like the box just to be there so that you can tap your tush down onto the box as kind of feedback as to where your body is in space or your range of motion. So we're going to grab that bar underhand again, take a step back. I'm stepping back so that my heels are against my box or almost against my box. Now we're going to bend our elbows into a bicep curl position and sit down towards the box. Maybe your tailbone touches, and then we float the body up and extend the arms. Bend, tap, lift, extend. Bend, tap, lift, extend. Let's do 4 more like this. Trusting those springs, trying to keep the shoulders over the hips as you sit down. Last two. And on this last one, bend, sit, tap, lift an inch, tap, lift an inch. 8, 7, 6. Collarbones are wide here. The last 4. Last 2. Last one, let's hold. Hold, just hovering over the box for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rise all the way up, extend the arms, walk yourself towards your tower. Very nice job. From here, we're gonna take our roll back bar off and attach our handles onto those short yellow springs. So grab your handles, attach them on, and then we're gonna move the springs a bit lower. We're coming to do some kneeling arm work. So I'm gonna bring my springs down to number 6 on my springboard, and that is a little bit above shoulder height when I'm kneeling as a gauge. And then we're gonna come down to kneel. Good. If your box feels like it's in your way, just move it out of your way. Take the spring that's in front of you into your right hand. Take your knees apart and your toes together behind you and stack your ears over your shoulders over your hips. From here, we're just gonna interlace our fingers around that strap and rotate. So inhale, look over towards the springboard. And then exhale, rotate away. Inhale and exhale. Now elbows are softly bent. I'm trying to keep my handle right in line with my sternum so that the rotation happens at my ribs. Slow and steady here. Resist the springs on the way back. Even weight through both knees. Last 2. And 1 more. Good. Leave the strap in your right hand. Take your left hand to your hip. Turn your fist down towards the floor, palm down to the floor. And now let's rotate and punch. And slowly return. Exhale, rotate, punch. Slowly return. Good. So a lot of the work happens on the resisting of the spring on the way back. The last 4. The last 2. And 1 more time. Very nice job. Release that spring. Let's turn all the way around to the other side. Again, if you need more tension, scooch away from the tower or the springboard. If you need less tension, scooch towards the springboard. Grab that handle with both hands. Bring the handle in line with your sternum. Take a breath, inhale here as you rotate towards the springboard, and then exhale, rotate away. Good. Keeping those hands in line with the sternum throughout. Equal bend through both elbows. Nice exhales here. Last 4. Last 2. And last 1. Good. Check in with your knees. Make sure your knees are evenly weighted. Release your right hand and place it on your hip. Turn your left palm down to the ceiling. Here comes our twisting punch. So rotate and press across the body. And then resist on the way back in. Exhale, rotate and twist. Inhale, come center. Last 4. The last 2. And 1 more time. Very nice job. Turn to face your tower. Grab onto both handles. Bring your knees about sit bone distance apart. I need to scooch my box back just a little bit. I know I need more tension on my springs. And then we're going to tip our upper body over just a little bit here. Elbows are high by the ribs. Now this is just a simple tricep extension. Inhale to bend, exhale to press those palms up to the ceiling. You want to be at the point where you feel like your back toes might want to lift because the spring tension is pulling you forward, but you're able to maintain that connection of the top of the feet to the floor. Let's do 4 more here. Spine is long. And 3. Last 2. And last time. Very nice job. Lift the spine up. Bring the hands right to the chest, about an inch away. Inhale, lean back. And exhale, rise up. Pressing the shins firmly down to the mat. Inhale back. And exhale up. We're going to add a little back extension here. Inhale back. Pause. Open the heart towards the ceiling. Top of the head can go back towards that box. And then close the front of the ribs and rise up. 2 more just like that. Lean. Sternum lifts, crown of the head goes back. Maybe you tap that box. Close the front of the ribs and then rise back up. Last time here. Inhale, open, close, and rise. Very nice job. Let's release those straps. We can actually take them all the way off for a moment, and then we're gonna attach our long purple springs with our loops. Keep those short yellows handy for later. Attach your long purples. I'm going to attach them to number 4 on my springboard, which is a little bit higher than knee height when I'm lying down. I'm also going to move my box slightly further out of my way and come to lying down on the mat. Good. Press yourself a full arm's distance away from your tower. Grab onto your springs and place them onto your feet. Arms resting down by the sides. We'll start with frog. Bring your feet away from you far enough that you can anchor your tailbone down. Soften the front of the rib cage, steady pelvis. Shins are parallel to the floor here. Inhale, press the springs away from you, and then bend the knees back in. I'd like you to try to keep your knees just kind of skimming the outsides of the springs. So even though we're in Pilates V, we're controlling the amount of external rotation in our lower body. Inner thighs have to work to control it. Nice job here. 4 more. Zipping those heels together. Last 2. And last one, hold the legs nice and long. Good, externally rotated still. We're going to crisscross our ankles as we travel up towards the ceiling. And then we're going to crisscross our ankles as we reach down towards the box. And up. Maintaining some spring tension throughout. Using those upper inner thighs. Let's do 4. And 3. Last 2. And last time. Good. Turn your legs parallel to one another. Keep them nice and low. Keep your left leg exactly where it is, and just reach your right leg up and down, up and down. Again, if your box is at the end of your mat, it might be giving you that feedback that that's just the perfect place to stop. Let's do 4 more here. Last 2. And last one, hold your right leg long and low. Lift your left leg up and down. Again, your feet are parallel, your legs are parallel. Last 4. Last 2. And last one, left leg goes out to the right. and hugs back in. For a moment, take your fingers between your ribs and your hips and just make sure that your ribs and your hips are staying equidistant from one another and that one side of the waistline is not shrinking as the leg goes out to the side. Let's do 3 more on this side, and 2, and last 1. Same thing, other side. Anchor that right leg nice and steady directly in front of the hip and move the left leg out and in. Good, for 4, 3, the last 2, and last 1. Arms down by the sides, circle the legs up, out, around, and down. Reaching as long as you can through those springs. The last 3, and last 1. And reverse it. The last 3, and 2, and last 1. Very nice job. Bend those knees in. Let's take a moment to grab onto our handles or our straps and just pull the knees wide, rocking slightly side to side, opening up that pelvis. Good. From here, you're going to take your straps off of your feet. We're going to come all the way up to standing. You can take those straps off completely. And then we'll put our roll back bar back up. So short yellow springs on the roll back bar. I'm going to take my bar down a little bit lower this time. So this time I'm putting it on my number 9. It's a little bit higher than shoulder height here for me. And then we're also going to take our box back onto our mat. So long box back on. Again, it's about halfway down the mat, but you can adjust it to and fro here. And then we're going to have a seat. So we're going to turn sideways on the box. I have my right hand on the box, and I'm turning sideways so that my left knee can be down on the box, similar to if you were going to do short box abdominals on the reformer, and my right leg is out to the side. You can anchor your toes under your wooden dowel if you'd like. I'm just going to hang my leg out on the floor here. That feels comfortable for me. And then my bottom hand, or my left hand, is going to go behind my head. From here, let's lower down, and then lift back up. And lower down, and lift back up. So the goal is to get those bottom ribs to touch the box. It may not happen today. You might be working in a very small range of motion, which is okay. But if you can, let the body lean all the way over, relaxing into those springs, letting the top leg float, and then come on back up. Use those abdominals, reach your spring towards the wall. Good. So really kind of a struggle here for me as well. Down and up. And let's do 2 more here. Good, and 1 more time. Very nice job. Let's see if we can get up. Ooh, very nice. So now I'm going to take my forearm onto the box, and I'm just going to hold my right arm where it is and lift and lower my top leg. Up and down. Hips are stacked. Nice and simple side leg work. Good, for 5, 4, 3, the last 2. Now hold the leg up, flex the foot, kick forward. Point, reach back. Now I am on the shorter side, so if your forearm does not reach your box, you could also bring your hand down to the floor. Whatever feels comfortable for you here, make sure that you're making those adjustments so the workout feels good to your body. Good, last 3, and 2, and last 1. Hold that leg directly side, and we'll circle front for 6, 5, 4, 3, and circle back for 6, and 3, and 2, and 1. Very nice job. Come all the way up. We're going to turn around and do the same on the other side. So turn front for a moment. Place your left hand at the center of the bar. Turn over onto your right hip. Forearm down onto the box for a moment just so that you can get situated. Stack the hips. Lengthen your arm towards the springboard. Take your bottom hand behind the head, and here we go. We go over. Woo! And we go up. I don't know if I can do it on this side. We go over. And we go up. That's it. Now, so what I did, because I was struggling the first round, is I just moved a slight bit further away from the springboard to put a little more tension on those springs. So now the springs are helping me just a little bit more. And you can feel free to adjust yourself to or closer or further away from the tower as well, so that you get the perfect amount of tension. Let's do 3. And 2. And 1 more. Good. From here, bringing your forearm onto the box, or again, your hand down to the floor. Keep your body nice and long. Lift and lower your top leg up and down. Hips are still stacked. Your low obliques are lifting. Let's do 4, 3, 2, hold that leg up, flex the foot, kick forward, point, reach back. Kick forward, point, reach back for 3. And last one. Here goes our circles. Hold that leg straight side. We've got 6, 5, 4. And reverse it for 6, 5, 4. And last one. Come all the way up. Place that bar down for a moment. Let's just sit on the side of our box and give those hips a little stretch. So cross one ankle over the other thigh. Ooh, lean forward and just stretch out those hips. Try to flex that top foot so that your knee is not compromised, and just take a few moments to relax. Good, let's switch it out to the other side. Exhaling that breath. Beautiful. All right, so now we are going to lay on our belly on this box for some back extension. So I'd like you to swing your legs around to the back, lay all the way on your belly. Your chest can be on or off the box. You want to be able to reach forward and grab onto your bar. I'm going to take a wide grip on that bar. Make sure you're lined up with the center of your tower. Lift through your hamstrings and your glutes and let the shoulders slide down away from the ears. From here, we're going to press the bar down just slightly, keeping the spine nice and long. Lift the torso up and then lower the torso down as the biceps reach up by the ears. Inhale here. Exhale, press that bar down again. Good. Now you can keep this movement very small, or if you'd like to, you can make it a little bit bigger. Nice and active through the backs of the legs and the glutes. The last one here. Nice job. From here, lift about halfway up with the torso. We're going to pull our elbows in nice and low towards the rib cage and then extend the arms forward. Pull long and low and reach. Long and low and reach. Last 2. And last 1. Good. Pull the elbows in till they're in line with the front corners of the box. And now let's see if we can extend at the elbow and bend at the elbow. So very intense tricep extension. If your arms can't fully extend, that's okay. Most importantly, your shoulders are staying nice and placed. and not rolling up towards the ears. Last 3, and 2, and 1. Very nice job. From here, extend those arms long, lower the torso down so the ears are in line with the shoulders. Place a little bit of tension downward on your spring, and then pull the bar over your head, elbows wide, and reach. Elbows wide, and reach. Last 3, and 2, and last 1. Extend those arms long one last time. Lift the torso up, press the bar down, and flutter kick those feet. We've got 8, and 7, and 6. Last 4 from the glutes. 3, last 2, and last time. Very nice job. Carefully bring one hand to the center of the bar so that you can slide it forward and release it. Come up to all 4s on your box. Hands under the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. We'll extend our left leg back behind us, our right arm forward, find balance, and then pull the knee into the elbow and extend. And pull and extend. Let's do 4 more here. And 3. Last one. Hold the arm and the leg long, lengthen the arm and the leg in opposition out to the sides of the room, and then back to center. Out to the sides of the room, and back center for 4, and 3, and last one. Bring that hand down, bring that knee down, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. Extend opposite arm and opposite leg. Find that balance. Draw the knee into the elbow into the knee, and then extend. A last 4. And last one. Hold in the arm and the leg long. Reach them out in opposition to opposite sides of the room. And back center. Last 3. And one more time. Hands down. Round the spine. And arch the back. And round the spine. And arch the back. 2 more here. And last time. Good. If it feels good to you, you're going to grab onto the sides of the box, walk your left foot back behind you, and turn your right knee out to the corner of the box for a hip stretch. So very similar to pigeon on the mat, we're just elevating those hips a little bit. If you feel comfortable, bring your forearms down. If you feel comfortable, let your other knee sink down towards the floor behind the box. This might give you a little more of an intense stretch in that outer hip. Hold here for a few moments. Maybe the head can come down to the forearms. Good. Propping yourself back up, bring your hands to the outside of the box. Stepping into your back leg, we'll transition to the other side. Good. Other knee comes to the outside edge of the box. Coming down to the forearms if it feels good to you, or staying elevated. And then if you want, you can let that back knee drop down towards the floor. Head can come down to the forearms. Good. Roll yourself up, hands down onto the box. Help yourself up off of there and just come to a gentle seated position with your heels directly underneath your knees. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale the arms down. And 2 more just like that. Big inhale, big exhale. And 1 more time, big inhale and big exhale. And you guys are all done. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed that Creative Tower class. Please leave me a comment or a question down below. Let me know what you'd like to see next. Make sure, as always, to subscribe and share, and I will see you next time, guys. Bye.